Gonna go meet a friend here in a little bit, and he is blessed to live in country that looks like this. It's beautiful out here, man. This is definitely a sight for sore eyes. I'm a flatlander. I grew up in South Texas, so we don't have hills like this, but this is truly beautiful. I'm not a big fan of driving in it, especially in the snow, but it is breathtaking to be in the mountains and the hills. Definitely interesting scenery.
1 million load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Just had lunch, early lunch, with a friend. Here's a picture. It's interesting how YouTube has allowed us, people, average working men and women, to connect with each other throughout the country. I know people in California. I know people in, I could call them my friends. Friends in New Jersey. I got friends in South Carolina. I got friends in Pennsylvania, Texas, all over the country. So, yeah, as much as we poo-poo what YouTube is today, I have to say it's really brought a lot of us together in a good way. And so the meeting I had with DX, it's a good one. You know, as men, me in particular, we don't connect as much as I would like to. My immediate circle of friends is either work or church or with my son in Scouts, and we really don't hang out. You know, the people I hang out, quote unquote, hang out with are more on YouTube. And I'd like to change that. I like to socialize more with people who I am in proximity with, such as with work or with Scouts or something like that. I do associate with people in my Taekwondo class. That I've had them over at the house once. I'd like to do a little more of it. You know, we just get busy. Our lives are schedule driven, children driven, or work driven, that it's hard for us to decompress. And that's what I use making YouTube videos for, is to decompress and get to my hobbies. You know, I don't get to go out and shoot as often as I like, so making videos is an outlet for me to just kind of let it all hang out, you know. Of course, now I'm on my drive for business, and it's good to share with my friends out there things in my daily life, but just enough to just keep it on an acquaintance level, you know. No commitments. I think that's a lot of what YouTube also offers, is a bit of anonymity, in that we associate and share only what we want to share. Sometimes more than we want to, sometimes more than other people would want us to share, but we share in our own ways. So that's the beauty of YouTube, you know. And the guy next to me is thinking I'm kind of crazy because I'm talking to myself. But it is what it is. That's the YouTube video making process, I guess. People think you're crazy. right, or later. One of the things Ronnie and I were talking about at lunch was I noticed driving cross country that you kind of get the feel for the local society by what's on the radio. And I noticed that when I hit West Virginia border, the radio stations, it's amazing how many religious radio stations there are, and it's not a bad thing. It just it tells you a little bit about the community. So let me scroll through the dial here and see how many religious radio stations there are just in this brief little section. All right, we're at 88.1. So this is a gospel station here. All right, next one. 88.
Where you go. Concupiscence is this inclination that we all have to fall.
83.7.
You're going to have it until you emerge
Not sure.
from evil. And though we are weak and inclined to sin, by God's grace, we can choose.
3.
Center, Thursday, May 1st, and
5.
Bounce back. I mean, how many times did Gasol get hurt and then got hurt once
6.
he came back?
6 stations within like a mile or 2 miles. So there were a lot more earlier, but I think I'm either just not catching them or the 3 that were doing commercials. I couldn't tell, so ruled them out. But yeah, it just tells you it's a religious based community that supports that many radio stations. That was FM, by the way. I didn't check the AM station. But it is hard to get AM stations going through the mountains because AM is more line of sight, or was it FM? Anyway, but it's easy to lose AM stations unless you actually live around here and can catch the broadcast. But yeah, just something I noticed. Just saw a sign that said downhill next 5 miles. So, woo doggy, look at there. We are definitely going down, down, down. And there's people up here want to go slow. I'm coasting and I'm passing them up. Runaway truck ramp, 1 mile. Now that's the thing. I saw those truck ramps and they are freaking steep. Now I get that they want to get the truck to decelerate as fast as possible, but what do you do to keep the truck from coming back down? And there's like big bumps too. So let me see if I can zoom in. I'm hitting the brakes now. Man, look, there's a runaway ramp right in front of Chia. See how steep that thing is? This one doesn't seem to have bumps, but the other ones I've seen lately had some like humps on them. Maybe they're just hard to see. Oh well. Down we go. See? Next 2 miles. Going down. Dun, 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 dun.